One thing that I've learned over the years is that learning is so fun. And I love to learn. And when I've learned something, it gets my attention for a while, but once I've got it, then I kind of lose interest in it. And sometimes that can happen in our business. So we have to make sure and make a concerted effort to keep our minds open, to keep looking around for new opportunities and ways to get better. Welcome to the Little Black Couch. Everyone should be an entrepreneur. The chance to overcome obstacles, solve problems, make the world a better place, and dictate your life on your own terms is worth the risk. My name is Aaron Stewart, and I have been researching or living entrepreneurship for almost 30 years now. Welcome to the Little Black Couch, a journey in entrepreneurship. Good morning, my friends. Off to another fun-filled day in the office, or the Afiki, as we like to call it sometimes. It is trash morning, but I did remember, so all good there on the home front. So good morning. Hopefully you are feeling good for this lovely day. I'm really kind of fascinated this morning. I again went to, as I've mentioned previously, I like to go to sleep with some kind of problem on my mind, or some sort of a opportunity, I guess we could call it, not necessarily a problem. And I'd been kind of stewing and fumbling around the last few days, actually, looking for, an offer, some items to put into a new offer for this new funnel that we're working on and this new sales page. And it was just having, I've been through watched some different videos on how that's done and how we should do it, and listened to Russell and the One Funnel Away Challenge, which I'm so grateful I've got access to forever as being one of the original. So it's been good, kind of to put it through, to sketch it out, to try to figure out, but there's nothing that was really making sense. I just felt like I was missing something. So I was thinking about last night as I went to bed, and I woke up this morning and boom, this idea for what I could do to get around this. It's a virtual summit, and how to use some local people, and it was cool. So I think it's going to be a really good part of what we're trying to do. So I'm really looking forward to it. It turned out really well. So, but the idea that I came up last night as I was thinking about for this podcast, for this episode, it's this whole concept of trying to look at things differently. Just be open to possibilities and be willing to change. And this all comes kind of a really funny way, but it's so appropriate in business. As entrepreneurs, we have to innovate, and we have to figure out a different way of doing things. And that's what's really fun about entrepreneurship. And all of us will be figuring out different ways to do certain things. We don't always run out. Not all of us run out and open, franchises, say McDonald's franchises. But if we do, there's still ways to do things a little bit differently in every opportunity. So the other day, how this kind of came about is a very strange way, I guess. But so I have, just a kind of a quick story. I snore. I can't stand the fact that I snore. It drives me crazy that I snore. I don't like that I know that it's not good for me because I wake myself up. I mean, that's how bad it is. I don't know, or I'm one of those guys that does the and then kind of flails his arms around and looks around, and it's not sleep apnea. I know some of you are thinking we had that tested. I'm okay that way. I just flat out snore. Okay, and it's not cool. I don't like the fact that it bothers me that I feel like I'm sort of out of control, and that I can't control this one thing, and that this thing I can't control bothers so many people. Like, I know that my wife has a hard time sleeping. We've got all these things going on, right? We're okay. Hey, why don't you stay up late enough so I can get to sleep? If I'm asleep, then everything's okay. I'm like, oh, that's nice and all, except I'm tired. So I want to go to sleep. So we sort of worked it all out and tried to figure it out. But then now I've got my daughter, so her room's across the hall, and she hears it. And so she's complaining about it. And oh man, I don't like that. Fortunately, our 18-year-old, he hears nothing. So right, he's one of the lucky ones that can sleep through a bomb raid, as my mom likes to say. So anyway, so that's the situation. So I'm looking at this going, okay, I have to be able to solve this. So I've purchased every possible apparatus there is. Right, just trying to figure out what can I do to not make it so uncomfortable for everybody. What can I do to feel better about this, to be better about this? What can I do? Is there anything I can do to sleep better myself? So we started, every apparatus, all these different things, been to the dentist, been fit for some different things, even considered the CPAP, but that thing just looks terrible. I mean, I can't imagine strapping something to your face every night. I don't sleep deep enough where I think that would work. Anyway, so one night we were sitting around watching TV, and it was one of those Sleep Number Bed commercials, I guess it is. And in this particular commercial, which is interesting, I guess the wife starts snoring, and the guy hits a button, and it lifts her head up a little bit, and so she doesn't snore. And I'm thinking, oh, okay. So if you lean up a little bit, will you not snore? And because if that's the truth, then I want to do that. So we did. I mean, I sort of built this pillow wedge, if you will, on our bed, and I tried to sleeping up. I mean, sitting up, and it was awful. I mean, the pillows are sliding around everywhere. I'm uncomfortable, right? I mean, sleeping up, that's trying to sleep in an airplane, right? It's not the best. So anyway, we go through this rigmarole. I start figuring out kind of a better way to do it with the pillows. I've got like 4 pillows, and now I've got, because we've got all kinds of pillows with the snoring thing too, right? I've got these ergonomic pillows and all this. So I figured out a way to sort of Tetris this sort of ramp together, and it does quite well. I mean, it holds quite well. It does quite well. And so I start sleeping okay. Not great. I'm trying to adjust to this, but I'm sleeping okay. And one night, I don't know what happened, but things kind of go awry. I start knocking the pillows and everything everywhere. So I'm like, you know what? Forget this. Tonight, I'm too tired to get up and try to recreate the pillow wedge, and I'm just done. And so I ripped off all the pillows and I threw them back down on the ground, and I tried to sleep again, and I couldn't. I was now in a new position, and I don't know, just the weight, laying flat down now, just the weight of my chest, I had a hard time breathing. My shoulder went to sleep. All the things that I had previously that I just thought were part of sleeping were back. And I couldn't believe it. So I got back up, I made my pillow wedge, I went back to sleep. And then I started to realize all the benefits of what I've been doing, right? My shoulders don't hurt. I can breathe so much better sleeping sitting up a little bit. It's like the air paths are wide open. Another interesting benefit is I never have to go to the bathroom at night anymore. Where when I slept on my side and slept down, I had to get up to go to the bathroom at 3 a.m. like clockwork, and I couldn't stand it, right? That's horrible for a good night's rest. And so all of those things were gone, and I hadn't totally noticed, but they were gone. And so this sleeping sitting up now has become more than just solving a problem. It has become a better solution to what I had before. And had I not been willing to just give it a try, then I would have never stumbled across it. So when we go and looking for problems, we can't get caught up in all the conventional answers, because sometimes they're just not the best ones. There's better ones. And then when when Carol and I traveled up to Nashville, we went to the Funnel Hacking Live event put on by ClickFunnels, and that was a great event. But we get there and realize, we've created this new normal for ourselves, and not everybody has come along with us, right? The Gaylord Opryland Hotel did not make it very possible for us to create my beloved pillow wedge. I didn't have it with us on this trip anymore. So we had to come up with different things and innovate and figure out a way to get me this pillow wedge. We tried to sleep conventionally that first night, and I'm like, I can't do it. So we just ordered a bunch of more pillows and some sheets and created a makeshift pillow wedge, if you will, at the Opryland, and it turned out, at the Gaylord Opryland, it turned out pretty great. Well, that's a cool property, wasn't it? Under flood watch, and it felt like we were just hanging out outside the whole time anyway. So it was a pretty cool place to be for that. So then, I guess the moral and the message of the story is pretty simple. And that is, when we are looking at our businesses and we go in and we have a problem and we're trying to solve a problem, be open to anything and try anything and let it happen, because there's better solutions out there, and they're much better than conventional wisdom, and they can make things much better for all of us if we just allow them to happen. So whatever the opportunity, right? Keep your minds open. Always be looking for the next thing. Always be looking for a way to make your business better. Always be looking for a place just to get something more out of what you already have. Change it up a bit. And the more we practice doing that, the more we practice looking around instead of just getting caught in what we're told is the way we should do something. Like, we always sleep laying down. No, we don't. And for some of us, it's better if we don't. And for some of you, it might be better if you do things a little differently in your business, even though you've been told all along this is the way to do it. So try stuff, look around, see if there's something you can't innovate, do a little bit better. Put some different eyeballs on it. Look around to see what other people are doing, and use this to get just a little bit better, because life can get better if we find the right things. So that's sort of it for today. Thank you for listening, and thank you for the world thanks you for being a bruised entrepreneur. Thanks.